What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Tarun's Thoughts. My name's Tarun Shetty. These are my thoughts coming to you from this mysterious location. Where am I? Am I in Paris? Am I in Illinois? Am I in Florida? I'm actually in New York. I mean, who cares? No, I'm in New York. I just, I'll tell you, it's great to have friends, and I've got a lot of great friends, and got a great friend, and she was like, hey, I've got this place in the Upper East Side. You can just crash there for as long as you want. So took her up. Here I am, Upper East Side, in her apartment. I've been walking around kind of anonymous in the city. For those of you who know my career, by the way, I'm standing because this is the best light. There's no like, otherwise it'll be like this. But I started my career in New York. I mean, I started in Boston, but I was in New York for at least 7 years. I was a door guy at a club. I passed out flyers in the street. I was completely miserable here. And then I went to LA. And I came back to New York years ago. And I remember thinking, man, I'm so glad I left. You know how you have that feeling? You're like, when I just have to leave. That's how I felt about New York. I was like, I've got to get out of here. And I had the same feeling. I was happy to go to LA, and it's been in the back of my mind to come back to New York. I was like, oh, maybe I'll just go back to this stand up in New York again. And I was walking around here and I was like, I think I'm okay. I mean, it's such a overwhelming city. And I think it is great to do stand up. I just don't know if I love the city life anymore. In fact, yesterday I walked around. I think I walked like 9 miles. I didn't even take the subway. I just walked. And it's, again, beautiful city. I just don't know if it's me anymore, but whatever. I'm trying not to think about too many details in my life and just let things be. So I called one of my good friends. I broke my pact of trying to be anonymous and old comedy friends, and we go out, and of course he invites girls. I'm like, oh my God, just try to rally and show up and don't be a freak. And I didn't feel it. I was like, it's funny about the thing about showbiz. It's so messed up because you work so hard to find something, your niche, like what you like to do. For me, I like writing jokes. I like writing my things. And then everything else is like kind of just like, oh my God, it's like this broken jigsaw puzzle, and you just don't fit in, and you can fake it very well. And I remember thinking, I'm sitting with these girls and I'm like, I'm so bored here at this nice bar and restaurant. Like, this is just boring to me. And they wanted to go to another like loud bar, and I was like, oh my God, just make this night end. I actually just tapped out at like 12. I was like, hey, I told my friend, I was like, hey, this is a big step for me going out. I haven't gone out like this in, actually years. I mean, really, I don't do that even in Florida. So it was a big step for me. I went out, and I just called it a night, and I left, and I'm grateful for the silence, and it made me appreciate the silence of Florida. And even if I go back to LA, I was like, I've got to have those moments of just being by myself. Like, that's who I am. And I think that's what life's about, is like really figuring out how you operate, like what you want out of life. And everybody else can, go jump in a lake, because it's really about us, right? I keep saying this life is finite. You have an X number of days, and you got to figure out what you want to do. And then of course there's all that job bullshit and people that you have to deal with just by the pressures of life. It's really clear to me that you can't let go of what makes you happy, because, man, so much misery. So New York's a good reminder for that. I was like, this is what I don't want. Great thing about New York is the amazing just restaurants, coffee shops. I mean, this is where New York just excels. There's so many options, and I do miss that. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. See ya.